Yo, what's up with you guys? Welcome back to another video. It's Tubelin, and I hope you guys are having a great day so far. And today we got another transformation. We got a crazy one, man. I'm gonna show you guys how to cut long hair, how to taper into a long hair, kind of like mine almost. And so I'm gonna help you guys just because, you know, I feel like a lot of long hair kind of intimidates some of beginners. So I want to kind of help you guys realize it's the same thing as if you're doing something else. You're just gonna fade into a longer length. We're gonna get into all the details from the haircut, and I'm gonna try to give the best angles for you guys so you guys can see everything that I am doing. But make sure before we all start, if you guys like and subscribe, that'll really help me. I appreciate every single one of you guys that did. And if you guys can't tell yet, this is the haircut that I started from the last video. So what ended up happening is I showed you guys a little bit because it was a day in the life, but I ended up recording the video because I wanted to make it a YouTube video because I thought it could bring value to you guys, and it was just, I knew it would be a good haircut overall. And so yeah, man, we're gonna start this video, and without further ado, hope you guys enjoy, man. Let's go. All right, you guys, so let me tell you guys, man, I ended up having a lot of trouble recording. I wanted to make it so you guys could see easier, like what I was doing and stuff, and it didn't end up happening that way, man. Like, I recorded like the way corner, but I'm gonna try to make it as clear as we can for you so you guys can see everything that I'm doing. But right now I'm just debulking. We already set in my duck clips, and this is probably the most important part of all, man. You really want to be able to pay attention to creating the shape. Right now we're going in with that 3 guard, and we're just debulking, making sure we're going straight up off the head because we want to create this nice shape so that later on we can kind of connect it nice and easy. And I did already do some shear work, so I ended up cutting it out just because at the beginning you couldn't really see anything, so I had to cut that out. But I did do some shear work on top. We did kind of even it out, but since his hair is curly, it almost doesn't even look like it. But we did use our guide to kind of create it all around. But when you're doing the shear work on top with curly hair, you got to remember that after the hair dries, it will shrink. So you don't want to cut too much because then it will look too little later on. You really want to make sure the client has the desired length. All right, now we're setting in that bald line. He did want a mid taper. I kept the initial guideline a little low just so I have you know, space to kind of spread out the blend, and I did want to keep that C cup dark so that we can make it nice and pop for him. This side we're moving kind of quick. I was kind of in the way a lot, but on the other side I'm gonna take it a little bit slower and explain the steps more. But right now we're just going in with that 1 open, and then we're gonna go 1 close right underneath. And right now I'm putting an extra little time in that the initial guideline because I wasn't kind of happy with it. But basically, so I went with that 3 at the beginning, and then I went with the 2 right underneath. And what you guys just seen me with a little earlier was that 1.5 guard, which is going to tie this whole fade together. And then later on, we're going to detail a little bit. All right now we're just going in from what we did earlier with that 3, just making sure everything is the 3 length where we want it. And then we're going to go 3 close, and then we're going to work in that 2, and then we're going to do all our steps all over again. And I do apologize about the quality, or not the quality, but the angle in which we're recording at. This was a house call, so I had to try to make like the best angle we could. But this side is going to be a whole lot more clear than the other one. Alright, so I set in the bald line. Now we're going lever open. And to fade this initial guideline, we're going to go close a little bit as we go down in this section that we created. Alright, now we're going with this one open, just like the other side. And make sure to stretch these guidelines a little bit more than I did. Looking back at it, I would have liked to stretch it out even more than what I did. I'm a little disappointed on how condensed I kept it. Make sure to stretch it more than I did. But I will say, I want to apologize because I keep kind of getting in the way, and so I have to keep cutting a lot of this video out, and it kind of sucks because I want to show you guys the whole process, but you can't really see because my hand is in the way, so I do apologize for that again. Alright, and now we're going it over with that 2, just making sure it's that 2 length. I think I went to the 3 and the 2 on the other side, but I didn't do it on this one. So we're just going over real quick. Then we're going to go over that 2 close, and then now when we go with that 1.5, we're fading into that 2, and it just simplifies the whole step process for me. I like to start open, and then I close it a little bit as I go down, and eventually be at that 1 close, and I should be at that line, and it should pretty much be gone. Alright, and that 1.5 wasn't completely taking it out, so I had to hop down to that 1 open and just flick at that line, and it'll slowly go away. Alright, now we're going to start in the back. We're going to hit that with the 3, and then we're going to go 3 close, and then we're going to go 2 open, and then 2 close, and then start our taper from underneath there. And here goes our 2 guard, and after this we're going to probably set in our bald line and do our lever open steps. Alright, and you want to go in with that lever open, and you want to make sure that this first guideline right here is stretched out pretty nicely, about 1 inch, and then you're going to go ahead and do that with your 1 open as well. And you want to close it little by little as you go down, and eventually you'll be all the way closed, and you'll be at the way bottom of that guideline, and that section should be completely faded out. Alright, now you're going in with that 1 open, and then right underneath that you're going to go with that 1 close, and in between that, what you will see, what you set in with that lever open, you're going to close it all off with that 0 guard close. Here we're going in with that 0 guard close like I mentioned earlier, but we are playing with the lever before we go straight to close. We want to make sure that we kind of gauge it before, that way we don't create a line that's hard to take out. And this is me just kind of nitpicking little areas that I kind of don't like. And as you guys can see, man, that bottom half is looking blurry. We're just connecting it to the top now. We're gonna go with that 2 open, 2 closed, and then that 1.5. We just want to make sure that it's all the length that we want it to be, so we know what we're fading into. In the back taper, I did kind of get in the way a lot, so I try to put in the parts where you could see the easiest, but it's basically the same exact thing as the sides, just you have more space in the back. And just like in some of the side, I had to hop down to that 1 open and kind of flick at it to make the transition nice and smooth. And now to connect with the work that we did from the sides to the top, we're gonna saturate the hair, and we're gonna use our shears. We're gonna grab the hair in vertical sections and connect it nice and easily. And this is exactly what I mean when I say to grab the hair in vertical sections. And don't be afraid to cut a lot of the hair, man. Like, especially with people that have a lot of hair, you're gonna need to cut a lot to really get the transformation that you're looking for. You really want it to connect, so don't be afraid to cut it. Alright, YouTube, I definitely forgot to record it before, so I didn't get to get all the angles, but this is the rough view, and this is the after. Hope you guys enjoyed the cut, man. Hope this was able to bring some type of value to you guys. I appreciate you guys clicking on the video, and I'll see you guys in the outro. Alright, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that haircut. I did. I ended up taking a little bit longer, one, just because I was making a YouTube video, and to be real with you guys, it ended up cutting out at the end, so my phone ended up dying, so I didn't have all the footage of the whole entire haircut, but I wanted to take a little longer for his hair. One, I forgot the reason why, especially because like I was just going through, but I did a little bit of extra detail, but for some reason I was just starting to get comfortable. I was just, I wasn't really speeding the process. I was just having a good old time cutting his hair. So, that's another thing to take in consideration. But yeah, it was a nice cut. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys had anything you guys have for me, like you guys want to help me get better in my content, or any criticism in general, go ahead and leave it in the comments down and below. And once again, don't forget to like and subscribe, man. It truly helps me out. Appreciate every single one of you guys that hit that like button. But yeah, man, I hope you guys have a great rest of your guys' day. Like I mentioned before, it's too bling. You guys have any suggestions? Let me know. Anything you guys want to see. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your guys' day. I'm going to catch you guys on the next video. Peace.